There used to be a time where when you knew an actor or an actress was in a movie, you knew that movie was going to bring a certain level of intensity, professionalism, just everything that is associated with that actor, because while that actor is involved in the project, they bring those attributes, those characteristics to the movie. Does that make sense? You know you're getting a great Tom Cruise movie when you go to a Tom Cruise movie because you know how much effort he puts into every one of his movies. And it feels like Brad Pitt just doesn't get his due flowers when he's compared to Tom Cruise, and maybe it's because he doesn't have this massive franchise like Mission Impossible around him, but it feels like every single movie Brad Pitt is in, he absolutely nails that role and brings us a certain charm, a certain element to that role, and we love it. Especially in this movie, we've seen how Hollywood has been doing older characters, seen how they make them seem to be completely useless, but Brad Pitt does a great job of being gritty, hard, tough, like almost emotionless, but at the same time, you can see him peel his character back and give us a chance to look into him. He shows so many different elements to his character that we appreciate. Not many actors can do that anymore. And yes, it has to be said that he looks ridiculous for someone in his 60s. I mean, obviously he just got recent facial surgery. We know he got facelift. His body's insane. I mean, this guy is a massive talent. I was joking with my dad about how like him and Tom Cruise are the same age, but when you look at their bodies, it's completely different. It's like, who did you sell your soul to, Brad Pitt? And then we got to talk about Damson Idris. He might have become my favorite actor overnight. I mean, the way he's able to play this character, from the young, naive element to the extremely motivated, talented version of him, to where he's extremely cocky, but then he's also very loving and endearing to his mother. I feel like he nailed every element to this role just like Brad Pitt. In a movie like this, especially based around rivalry, it's not going to be as good as it can be if you don't nail both characters. If we only care about one of the characters, we're not going to care about the rivalry, but we genuinely care about both these characters. And as the movie goes on, we see that Damson Idris, his character Joshua Pierce, isn't the bad guy, but someone that we can absolutely empathize with. And then there's Javier Bardem, who plays Ruben, and he really he brings the movie together, right? He brings that kind of older, masculine father figure that's still kind of rough and tumble and still hip, but at the same time gives you that level of that security that comes with like a father figure like that, right? And when you put two characters together like Pitt and Bardem together, there's just this magic on screen because they're both confident, they both know what they're doing, they know what they're bringing to the table, and it works so well. And that's such a massive strength to this movie. It seems like every character, every actor or actress absolutely nailed their part. Even everyone on the secondary team, from the team manager, from the team engineer, from the team, technical lead, the girl that designs the cars, everyone nailed their part. Their elements of comedy, their elements of seriousness. Those are like those small bits of bacon you put on a movie that if they don't hit right, the movie falls apart. And the background characters, a secondary element to this movie, were perfect. And I'm sure we've all seen the conversations around the tropes in this movie about how the female's weak and needs the man to help unlock her best potential, but that's completely wrong. This isn't one of those situations where you create an extremely masculine movie hoping to push it onto female audiences and you say things that'll appeal to female audiences. And if there are females watching this type of movie, they're not going to relate to that victim card kind of idea that a lot of people put into these movies. This movie did a really good job of incorporating the female aspect of Kate in a situation in an industry where it's all men, but at the same time, they don't make it her whole character. They don't take away from Brad Pitt. They don't take away from anyone else to build her up. And that's what's such a great part about this movie. You don't have to take away from the other characters to build up another character. This movie does an amazing job of showing how teamwork, how people on both sides have something to offer, people who are different. He comes in this situation and he inspires her in a different way and pushes her in a different direction that she wasn't familiar with before, but it's her own talent, her own work ethic, her own skills that make it possible. It's teamwork makes the dream work. Now, when you have a racing movie, there's always going to be certain elements that you have to get through, right? You have to get through the love story, you have to get through the crash, the rivalry. There are so many elements that you know are coming, but you're still taken aback by how well they're done in this movie, because the movie just does such a good job moving forward, thinking they're going to get together and be okay. Then you get pulled back, then you get brought forward again. I mean, it does such a good job consistently moving the vantage point, and it's a huge signal of good writing. And what's such a cool element to this movie is the way they sprinkle in actual F1 drivers, managers, promoters. It seems like they did a really good job of trying to promote the sport itself, while at the same time trying to create, this fictional narrative that makes us buy into what they're showing us. One of the best parts about watching a movie is sitting there in anticipation, just wondering what's going to happen, sitting there in fear of what might happen to your favorite character on screen. And this movie over and over and over again makes you wonder, makes you question everything that's happening, and at times you're like, oh no, it's all going to fall apart, and then it finds a beautiful way of making it come together. I mean, over and over and over again. And while some might argue F1 isn't the most exciting sport, let me tell you, the sounds, the visuals, everything in this movie that can take that race and put it right in front of you, make you feel like you're a part of it, they did an absolute amazing job of immersing us us into those races. This is just one of those movies that just feels professional, from the acting, from the sound design, from the cinematography, from the directing, from the background actors, just everyone on set, the editor. You can just tell everyone was a part of this movie in a unified front, and everything was done at a very high level. And this is a movie that knows exactly who it's made for. This movie is so good, I've seen it twice in a week, and I'm probably gonna watch it again. It just has this element of just, it sucks you in, you care about it, it's just so well done. And again, it's not really a comfort movie, but at the same time, it kind of is. This movie has such a good feel, and I can't remember the last time I walked out of a theater and just felt so good about everything. You need to see this movie. It tells a really good story. It shares a lot of different perspectives within that story, and all comes together to just make you feel really good and just make you feel like you can accomplish anything. And that's kind of what we're missing from movies these days, right? I mean, the idea of movies, obviously, there's a lot of different reasons to create a movie, whether it's inform, educate, create emotion, but at the end of the day, a lot of these movies are made for us to feel powerful, strong, feel like we can accomplish our goals, and that's exactly what happens when you watch this movie. You feel like you can do anything. There are so many movies coming out. I'm about to go see Superman here in an hour, but if you feeling the vibes here, click one of these links on the screen. A lot of different cool movies to talk about. Got a lot more videos coming. As always, go out there, do something great.